Welcome everyone to Trend Micro Talks. I am your host, Erin Tomie, and today we're talking to Trend Micro Senior Product Marketing Manager, Gavin Evans. Gavin, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you, Erin. Yourself?
I am fantastic. I'm very happy to have you on the show, and I would love to just start with you sharing a bit about your role here at Trend Micro.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as you mentioned, I'm one of the senior product marketing managers at Trend. Um, I work in a space where I look at the market intelligence and how Trend compares to that market and the vendors out there as well. So ultimately, it's understanding where Trend can perform better, where we actually perform better, where we can increase our exposure to our customers and our partners.
Well, Gavin, I know this is a fairly new role to you starting just back in April of this year. And before moving into product marketing, you spent many years with Trend as a field engineer working directly with customers. How have your experiences in the field impacted or influenced how you're working in your new role?
Yeah, it's really important, and it's massively beneficial for me from my previous role. So, as you mentioned, I was a field engineer, started in 2015, and my main area of focus back in 2015 was around the partners. So, um, ultimately, I had to provide and was providing services to our partners and customers of positioning Trend Micro and how we can help them with their problems. And those seven and a half years of experience of doing that role, bringing it into my new role, it's really important because it it helps me understand what customers are actually looking for, where we need to focus our efforts, and actually understanding where their pain points are. And it's a key element to my current role, being able to actually articulate where Trend stands above others, where we maybe need to improve ourselves, and actually that helps me as well feed that back into the business so we can have those moments of innovation where we actually create our solutions to service our customers' needs. So having that customer facing experience from my previous role, it just massively benefits me.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, years of hearing directly from customers what Trend needs to improve, what they love about the solutions they're using, what they're missing, that now can be directly funneled. You can do as much market research as you want online, at home, on your computer, and you can learn a lot just from, reading things on the internet, but compare that to having actual conversation with customers, which I'm sure you will continue to have in your product marketing role, but having years and years of that behind you of listening and watching Trends product evolve, how our customers have evolved, how the threats that they're seeing on a daily basis evolve, and funneling that into how you can help the product become even better for many years to come.
Yeah, absolutely. And this role is actually it still ends up being customer facing because we get customers that do want to understand where Trend are going, where our roadmaps are, where our kind of our next innovation is, and obviously with the intelligence that I'm gathering and understanding about where our standing is in the market, I'm in a good position to kind of inform customers of that as well.
Well, Gavin, this talk is being shared during October, which is National Cybersecurity-Awareness-Month. And for 2023, the theme is protecting yourself and your business online, which just emphasizes the need for individuals and companies to take proactive steps to secure their online presence. So, something that I'm asking my guests this month is what are some of the top tips you like to share with friends and family when they come to you as that cybersecurity guy they know? What are you sharing with them to help them stay secure online?
Yeah, I tend to be everybody's expert, from family and friends. It's happened for many years, but ultimately, the first thing I always say to people is nothing new really. It's around passwords. I constantly having the conversation with people where they have one password rules them all, and I say, right, you ultimately have to have your passwords unique, especially in financial apps, in your shopping apps, if you're whoever you're shopping with online, because if one of those accounts gets compromised, you're effectively compromising every single account. So you can quickly have your life turned upside down from that. The other one is obviously to be aware of those phishing emails. They are so sophisticated now, so clever. One letter out of place in the URL link, and it's actually making sure that people are just very vigilant on what they're clicking on. And the last piece actually is more around social media. With targeted advertising, there's so many things. I mean, I'm constantly getting targeted on whatever social media platform I'm using for things I'm currently browsing. And actually, it's again just being aware of what you are actually clicking on, and being aware that is that a legitimate website that you're being directed to, or is it a legitimate product that you're actually looking to purchase as well? So yeah, just nothing new, just making sure people are being careful about what they're browsing, what they're clicking on.
The password one gets me every time, because for me now today, it's very obvious. Obviously, I shouldn't be using the same password for everything. But when I think back of Erin before Trend Micro, I was definitely using the same password for everything. So I can't say that I know much better. I think there's so much awareness that comes from working in cybersecurity that the average person just doesn't know. And there's so many sophisticated threats that can come just for the average person. They don't have to make a huge mistake to, be compromised. It's just the little things that they need to keep track of, and for the average person, they're just not thinking of it. So
yeah, I blow people's minds when I show them an app that can store your passwords very securely, and they never knew it existed. But I use one myself, and they're very very easy to maintain. And once you've done the initial groundwork of changing all your passwords, you're very secure. And you can link in things like two-factor authentication into your passwords, etc. Very easy kind of tips and tricks. So yeah, I hold that mantle of the cybersecurity expert in my family, even though there's many more experienced and knowledgeable people within Trend than myself.
Gavin, I still appreciate you sharing these tips with the audience, even though we're saying we're not the experts of all experts. I think there are still great tips for helping people stay online each and every day. And I appreciate you coming on to talk about your new role. And I wish you all the best. And just thank you for joining me here on the show today.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Erin. Appreciate it.